All right, boys and girls. I'm going to read you this text, the birds. You will see this text here in a minute in one of your other questions. I'm going to go through this lesson with a couple of videos because the shorter videos are easier to upload and download and preview. The birds. Do you know why some birds have bright feathers? Have you ever wondered why some birds swim better than others? Different features have made life easier for birds. These are all the physical adaptations birds have made in order to survive. The web. Many birds that live near water spend a lot of time in the water. These birds, called waterfowl, have webbed feet. Why are webs helpful? Webbed feet act like the paddles on a boat, helping the waterfowl move faster and more easily through the water. Big mouth. The shape of the bird's beak is useful for specific tasks. The spoonbill has a spoon-shaped beak. Why a spoon shape? This bird spends a lot of time wading in the water. The spoon shape helps the bird stir up little whirlpools. Small fish and insects get pulled into the whirlpools, and the bird can snap up a meal. Light as a feather. It is not uncommon to see birds with pretty feathers. Feathers are far more than looking good. Though, for the penguin, they do two things. The outer part of the feather is waterproof. This part keeps the penguin dry. The inner part of the feather, called the down, traps air that keeps the bird warm. Penguins don't fly. Instead, they swim in freezing water. It is important for them to have a way to keep warm. True colors. Bright colors help some birds stand out. The golden pheasant has red, green, and gold feathers. The toucan's large beak can be many colors at once. Bright colors help these two birds get noticed. This attention helps them find a mate. There are some birds who are just the opposite. They do not want to be seen at all. The putu has coloring that makes it look just like part of the bark of a tree. This camouflage helps the putu avoid unwanted attention. Voices carry. Birds have different ways of talking. They have calls to find a mate, warn others, and to say, "I live here." The killdeer has a special reason for one of its calls. This bird builds its nests on the ground. This can be unsafe. When a predator is too close to the nest, the killdeer gives a loud call. This bird hops around and pretends to be injured. This loud call and unusual act distract the predator, which will now go after the injured bird rather than look for the nest. When the predator gets too close, the bird flies to safety, then to its nest. The killdeer's call and act help protect its nest. The club-winged manakin has an interesting call too. This bird uses its wings to talk. It moves its feathers back and forth over one another. It can sound like a violin. Birds have evolved to adapt to their environments. Different environments require different features.
Pardon the interruption. Bentley News, you need to be on the bus today. Bentley News, if you're in the building, you need to be on the bus now, please.
Sorry about that. Whether it's a certain way of moving, eating, or talking, various adaptations help birds to survive. Let's look at this picture. This says the toucan's beak can be many colors. If this weren't a black and white picture, if this were a color picture, you would see the beak area here very brightly colored. All right, now go on to the next video.